Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. For the better part of today, there were some rumors, speculations, and allegations that the government of Kenya had detained some fake ballot papers at JKIA. And that forced IEBC to respond. And some few hours ago, IEBC had this to say. Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Information circulating that government security agencies at JKIA have detained ballot papers allegedly imported to the country outside the indicated schedule of election materials is fake. The correct position is that today morning, the commission received stickers to aid labeling and distribution of election materials. The JKIA security agencies, in their normal procedure, were trying to validate the stickers with the commission. Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, is committed toward delivering a transparent, fair, and credible election. That's IEBC some hours ago. IEBC is just confirming from that post that indeed some election materials were detained today at JKIA. That is what I'm making of that post by IEBC. So in this video, just as usual, I want us to dig deep to see the games being played here. But in case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. That's IEBC side of the story. And IEBC was responding to some allegations, some rumors that were going on, rather were going around for the better part of the day. And I know some of you might have come across some rumors like this. Fake ballot papers arrive. Those were some of the speculations for the better part of today. And those are the speculations IEBC is just responding to. And the mere fact that the government side is actually quiet and silent, and we are not seeing any form or kind of arrests, just proves it to me that everything is good, everything is fine, and everything is under control. No need of raising an alarm or no need of speculations. Everything is fine and under control. And if you look at the ballot papers that have so far arrived, in the first week of July, IEBC received gubernatorial ballot papers, senatorial, and women representative ballot papers. And while receiving the ballot papers, or rather that first batch, Wafula Chebukati made it very clear to the nation that the presidential ballot papers will be the last to be received. Because there is where I know the problem is, the presidential ballot papers. And the mere fact again that the government did detain some election materials today is also a confirmation and an indication that the government is keenly monitoring and following what IEBC are doing. And just as I did indicate yesterday, there is nothing IEBC can do without the government's knowledge. That is something I'm still repeating here. And if you look at William Ruto and IEBC, there have been some speculations that William Ruto and IEBC are working together. And if you look at why Kenyans have those beliefs, it's because of the way William Ruto has been talking. William Ruto has been endorsing IEBC in public. William Ruto has been declaring his confidence in IEBC. And from where I sit, the mere fact that William Ruto is coming out in the open, rather in public, to show his confidence and faith and trust in IEBC, I take that to mean William Ruto has no deal at all with IEBC. Because if William Ruto had a deal, I don't think he could be coming out to expose himself to Kenyans. I think he could be masquerading, or rather he could be pretending to be attacking IEBC to create a perception that there is no deal between their team and IEBC. But the mere fact that William Ruto has been coming out in the open and in public to show his confidence in IEBC, I take that to mean William Ruto has no deal, no serious deal with IEBC. Or if at all William Ruto has a deal with IEBC, then William Ruto is coming out as politically naive. And by showing confidence in IEBC, William Ruto has just thwarted the plan he had with IEBC, because now the government agencies are keenly monitoring what IEBC is doing. And Kenyans too are also now very keen in following what IEBC is actually doing. So if Ruto and IEBC had some deal, William Ruto's tongue actually betrayed him. He has just made, or rather he has just thwarted the whole deal maybe he had with IEBC, because now they cannot go on with that kind of a deal. And also, if you look at IEBC, ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing our Wafula Chebukati, who might have realized his mistake in the past presidential election. So I'm seeing our Wafula Chebukati, who is determined to do justice. I don't know why sometimes I sympathize with this Wafula Chebukati. I'm seeing a man who is determined to do justice. The only problem here is that already a good majority of Kenyans don't have faith and trust in Wafula Chebukati on how he behaved in the past presidential election. But I'm seeing a man determined to do justice. A man who realized the blunders and problems he made. So he just wants to do justice. And also, if you look at Wafula Chebukati is also coming out as incompetent. And that is incompetency is also aiding the notion that he might be siding with a section of the political class. And I'm saying that because I still remember when Wafula Chebukati was being picked as IEBC chair, some names were forwarded to the president for nomination. And if you look at the names that were forwarded to the president, I think it Uhuru Kenyatta, Wafula Chebukati scored the lowest in that list that was forwarded to the president. The president ignored those who had performed well and picked Wafula Chebukati. And from where I sit, I tend to believe the president saw Wafula Chebukati's incompetency, and he knew Wafula Chebukati could be used. You just put a little bit pressure on him and he could actually bulge. So I also believe that Wafula Chebukati is overseeing 2 presidential elections because of that incompetency. Already the side of the system, maybe of the government, they have already seen Wafula Chebukati's soft underbelly spot. And they know, should they just put a bit of pressure, then this is a person who can actually bulge. Though that's just a hypothesis. I'm not trying to say that's what the government is planning to do. But from where I sit, Wafula Chebukati, IEBC cannot rig for any candidate in this year's presidential elections unless it's being assisted and supported by the government. IEBC does not have that power. They don't have that knowledge. I'm not just seeing IEBC or even Wafula Chebukati successfully rigging for any candidate in this year's presidential elections without the blessings of the government. So from where I sit, let me tell William Ruto and his supporters, don't put all your hopes on IEBC and on Wafula Chebukati. Wafula Chebukati cannot help you win election. It's the people to decide. It's the people, ladies and gentlemen. Wafula Chebukati and IEBC. That is a person, Chebukati is a person you cannot rely on. You cannot put your faith and trust on Wafula Chebukati. That is something I'm saying with maybe some experience of what we saw in 2017 presidential elections. William Ruto and his team, if their hopes were on Wafula Chebukati to make them win, then those hopes have just backfired. And ladies and gentlemen, as I also conclude, going forward, in my honest opinion, the only way Wafula Chebukati can now build confidence among Kenyans and among this section of Kenyans who don't have trust and faith in him is for him to engage the media more in their undertakings. Because the other side of Azimio have been accusing Chebukati and IEBC for working in secrecy. They are not being open. They are opaque. So IEBC and his team should be open in any undertakings they take or rather they undertake from now henceforth. And just like this incident of today, I don't know why IEBC was receiving those election materials without maybe inviting the media, knowing fully well that some Kenyans don't have trust in them. They should engage the media more. I'm not trying to accuse them that maybe they had some foul plan, but they should engage the media more and they should be very transparent as maybe we head towards August election. That's the only way I'm seeing maybe they can convince some Kenyans that they're going to deliver free, fair, and credible elections. That's what I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. In case you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, God bless you, God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana.